So it wasn't the traditional indoor space. We have a beautiful garden now, and the lights, the table was just full of food and drinks and ice and champagne, and it was really awesome. Anyway, Toby, how was your Christmas? It was awesome, right? Mine was awesome as well. So now Christmas is over. I'm sure you guys are thinking, okay, it's time to visit the in-laws, to visit the family, to do the family visitations. And for,
oh no, a lot of people don't look forward to that really.
I love visitations, but I think that's because I'm a guy.
Yeah, because you guys don't care. You don't really care. All you need to do is sit down and eat and smile and answer some father-in-law. Answer some father-in-law questions and let them know that you're doing good and you're taking care of their children. But we women.
What? Tell me about what is it about Christmas visitations that
scare us, right? Especially to our in-laws' houses and all of that. Okay, what really scares us is one, you don't know if you're gonna really get along with your mother-in-law.
Or her sisters.
Or the other siblings. And you know that, every family have their family drama. So you don't know where to stand in the family drama, what to say. People already throwing different attitudes at you and all of that. Where most mother-in-laws try to draw their territory, like I've been this boy's or this guy's mother for past 30 years, 20 whatever years, and you just come into the picture thinking that you are
Queen
you need to acknowledge the queen, the real queen. And a lot of women, a lot of mother-in-laws try to assert themselves in those areas with unspoken words, and most of the time we young wife we misread it to mean that they hate us and all that. I just think that they're trying to draw their territory and
of course
don't cross this line. This.
And I think it's also important for you to respect her territory.
Yes.
I mean, I've got sisters, and obviously with you as well. I know that a lot of people ask me questions, when I go to my mother-in-law's house or to my husband's auntie's house or my husband's cousins who's older, what do I do? Do I go into the kitchen to help them?
Yeah, that's a major issue. That's like a major issue. A lot of people, some people will be like, look, I am not going to go into the kitchen because I don't want anybody to take me for granted. I'm sending me errands that are not, they are very like demeaning and all of that stuff. So they rather just sit in the parlor and sit pretty. And while the mother-in-law is like, look at this girl, only badge.
Brat. And you teach at home.
You get what I mean? And then the drama between you and your mother-in-law starts immediately. So I've been asking a lot of mother-in-laws, and they've been telling
me. You have a lot of mother-in-laws?
Yeah, a lot of mother-in-laws. Mother-in-laws are already mother-in-laws. Because I knew that we were going to talk about this, so I made some research and I went ahead to talk to them and what do you expect from we young wives?
What do you want them to do?
What do you really expect? Because sometimes we are confused. We don't know what to do, and it seems like almost every time we seem not to get along with you guys. Are you guys so bitter that you don't like to see young people around you, or what exactly is it? And I got some opinions from people. Some were really harsh, and some were really really nice. So I'm going to share it on this episode definitely. If you want me to go ahead.
No, please. I mean, go ahead. I mean, before you tell us what they said, one thing which I do know, which we did speak about in one of our early episodes, was probably about 5 episodes ago. Was when, as a woman, as a young wife, it is your duty to protect your kitchen. Your kitchen is there was a word we used. Your kitchen is a sacred place. This is where you cook for your husband. So for the mother-in-laws as well, their kitchen is where they've thrown down the Christmas, the New Year's, the Easter, the birthday, the cakes, the puddings, everything. So that is her space. And some mother-in-laws could be in a position where, this is my space, and some mother-in-laws have some special recipes that
you even need to learn. Like there's a lot you need to learn.
But they might not even
your mother-in-law.
They might not even want you to know that recipe yet.
Because they want to get to know you.
Because they want to get to know you, and they want to then teach you themselves. I know, like my grandmother, for example, there's some recipes that no matter who tried to make that pudding or that pie or that cake, you could never got to try it. And then she would actually, it was a privilege for you to learn from her. For her to call you from Lagos or from London or from wherever and say, I want to teach you how to make this pie or this pudding. And when you learn it, that's like the traditional recipe. So a lot of mother-in-laws, grandmothers, mothers protect the kitchen because it could be the pots. Some people use like amazing, expensive pots, and they don't want anyone to just touch it
or scratch it when you're washing it.
When you're washing it, exactly, using the right sponge. So there's a lot of kitchen protocol as a chef as well. I have a lot of kitchen protocol on what to use to wipe down, what to use to clean the table, what to use to clean the stainless steel.
Long episode,
so there's so many.
Important.
Yeah, there's so many things. So for a mother-in-law, I mean, from what they said and what they say and what they want you to do, they want you to respect their home.
Yes.
So in a situation like that, I know, for example, my mother, you can't sit in the sitting room while she's in the
cooking.
kitchen. Even if she's not in the cooking, the minute she walks into the kitchen, you need to be behind her. Literally, yeah. And all you need to do is say to her, okay, Mom, what can I do for you?
Yeah.
And then she tells you, okay, do this or don't do this, just stay with me, and you talk with her. But it's just, she sees it as a thing of respect. That, okay, why would I be standing and then you're sitting down?
Okay, it's a different case with my grandma. My grandmother would be like, don't come into the kitchen, just stay in the parlor. And then when you try to make effort, you will now get cranky and be like, I said stay in the kitchen.
Stay in the parlor.
Sorry, stay in the parlor. I don't want you to come into the kitchen. And you're just a little bit confused, like, okay, so how then do I help? Like, what do I do and all of that
stuff? But she's told you where to stay.
Yeah, but sometimes, you are saying it from courtesy, like, don't come now, but you know that you want them to come. You just don't want to feel like a wicked mother-in-law that will be like, okay, come and be cleaning pot, cleaning plates and all
so
of that.
with that, you have to read the countenance.
Especially when there are other sisters in the house and they're not going to the kitchen. What do you do then? All those things I actually asked, and I'll definitely share them with you.
So in a situation where, for example, your husband has sisters,
yes,
and then you all go, you and your husband go to your father-in-law, mother-in-law's house, and his sisters are on the phone, chilling, having fun on social media, and then his mom expects you to be in the kitchen with her making the food. I mean, if that's what she wants, it sounds a bit harsh that way.
Yes.
Why are your daughters sitting down and having fun and then you want me to work kind of stuff? Yeah. And in a situation like that, for example, it wouldn't be, for me personally, if my mother did that to my wife to be, if I know my sisters get away with everything, I would say to my mom, listen, it's my duty, not my wife.
Yes,
my wife shouldn't counter or object. So I will be the one as the man, as my mother's son, biological, to say to my mom, no, I don't want my wife in the kitchen.
Let just one person at least from my sister stay in the kitchen,
exactly, so it doesn't help. But on the flip side of it, my mom could really, really like my wife.
Yeah, and just want her to be around.
And she would want my wife to be...
She might not even do anything in the kitchen. Yeah. Just be around.
And I know my mom's like that. I know there are a lot of mothers like that. That it's not that. Yeah, your sisters...
My mother-in-law is amazing because in the short time that she spent with me, I learned so much from her. I learned
things like what?
Kitchen management.
The experience.
Yes, and then there was some family food that I needed to learn, and then she really there's this ginger beer. She couldn't teach me that before she left, but I knew that if she had the opportunity to, she would think I'm still going to learn it. It's they use it for the harvest.
Okay.
It's ginger beer, and I'm looking.
And she makes it herself.
Yes, and I'm looking forward to getting to do it and all of that. Although now I have to order it because I don't know how to do it yet. But once I know how to do it, I'll definitely learn how to do it. A lot they want to teach you a lot of things.
There's a lot.
They want to share a lot, but we young people sometimes have this block because we have this impression that mother-in-laws are this,
I'm not a slave, I'm not this, I'm not that.
For their generation, they expect a certain kind of attitude. They don't expect love. Love for them.
Tough love.
Yeah, love for them is respect.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Love for them is I'm probably doing an event or I'm probably doing maybe an anniversary and they're calling me, I'm like telling me, okay, what do you want to do? I'm coming around and like, Auntie, mommy, what do you want to do? And what do you need and all of that stuff.
It's the courtesy.
And sometimes they find that overbearing too. When it's too much, like they're trying to please. A lot of mother-in-laws, they say that, look, I can see through you when you're trying to please me. And I know you're trying to please. And I know that it's not coming from a place of that you want to. Do you get what I mean? By the time you leave, you're going to be like my mother-in-law. They know all these things. It's not coming from a from a genuine place. So they kind of also put that guard up as well.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, it's a funny one.
And yeah, another category of young wives as well that come thinking that, oh, their husband, they married their husband and their husband is their all in all.
Like that's it, they didn't marry the family.
They didn't marry the family. So they come with that mindset that this is my husband, it's my husband and that is where you're looking for trouble.
Yeah, if it's your husband and I, then definitely don't go to your mother-in-law's house.
I'm not talking about American wedding or New York wedding or
Nigeria.
This is Nigeria.
Lagos.
Nigerian
West
wedding.
Africa.
Do you get what I mean? No matter where you travel to,
Igbo.
who you marry is
Yoruba.
important because you have to find out how they behave and what is important to them.
Yeah.
So a lot of the mother-in-laws I spoke to are like, you come within how many years do you know my son? And you feel like you know him.
Hashtag gang.
And you feel like, yeah, I'm telling you what they said though. Yeah. And you feel like, oh, we brought him up, we took care of him.
We don't know what we're doing.
Yes, exactly. So you want to take my son away from me? It's not going to work. We're going to enter this together.
Oh, no. Trouble.
Do you get what I mean? So a lot of mother-in-laws are like, no. Some mother-in-laws say, look, I expect that when I go into the kitchen to serve everybody, you follow me.
Yep.
You don't have to do much. Just ask me what you need to do because I don't even want you to scatter my kitchen. I know where I keep my things and I want my things the way
that same way. Yeah.
But you know, things like serving people, things like, okay, you know what, smiling even when I correct you.
You have to keep smiling. It's hard, it's tough.
Yeah.
Do you get
what I mean? Like, you know, even when I am so overbearing, because even in my world, like according to them, like in their world, that they also face a lot of pressures. Forget that they are old wives. They face a lot of pressure from family, from this and that, from even life itself. So even they have their own, and from even siblings around, and you know, stress, sibling rivalry and all of those things. They are going through that as well. So when you come and they yell at you and all of that, or they don't talk to you the way you would have loved to, that, you know, smile. Maybe later you can probably tell your husband that, look, mommy said this and I wasn't really happy. And the way your husband comes to meet them as well, it relays or communicates the whole matter. It's very important. You have to do it with a lot of wisdom and all of that. They said nobody can really teach you what to do.
It's experience. You have to go through you have to live the experience.
Yes, you have to live the experience.
I mean,
but in all, a lot of mother-in-laws were open to, you know, the fact that they want daughter-in-laws that they can act, that are teachable.
Yeah.
They want daughter-in-laws that are teachable, daughter-in-laws that are respectful, daughter-in-laws that understand that no matter how no matter sorry, I know I'm taking your time, just a minute. And no matter how tough the family may be or imperfect the family may be, it's not your place to judge. It's not your place to take sides.
No one's perfect.
Do you understand? It's not your place to take sides. You know, just be the wife and stay out of family
politics and drama. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, once you know, I mean, you're married to your husband. Speak to your husband. Find out what his family is like. If you've never met them before, there might be some uncles you've never met. Find out, be polite, be courteous, and at the end of the day, your husband should be there to protect you and defend you. And some women might think that their husbands don't protect them once they're with their family. You know, be smart about it. Do what you're meant to do. You're only there for a couple of hours or a day or whatever.
Exactly.
But yeah, that's it really. From this.
And trust me, they really appreciate you being around. You just have to just do what you have to do.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Just do
dress well, look good, be polite.
Look good. Like I'm wearing like all those nice ashwabi coat and wedding dresses.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of dress it down or dress it up, whichever way. Yeah. Don't wear open belly, see-through and all of that stuff to your mother-in-law. Except your mother-in-law is hip
and she likes
it. Yeah. Do you understand? So it's just some here and there hand patches and then you'll be fine. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Alright guys, in the spirit of Christmas, thank you so much once again for tuning into another episode of Dear Young Wife with myself, Chef Daniel Lurin. I think I should create a new word called Chef, like self-chef. Chef Daniel Lurin and Tomio Dusifadina. Thank you so much guys, and please remain safe. Enjoy the spirit of Christmas. New Year is round the corner, and we're wishing you once again a very Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year. Catch us on the next episode of Dear Young Wife. Till then, please subscribe to our YouTube channel at Dear Young Wife, and please follow us on Instagram take pictures of your Christmas festivities and
share
tag us, share with us.
definitely.
Till the next